Hi, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. My name is Jennifer, and my channel is City Girls Glam. The reason that I named that, I think it's really important for people to know why you've selected the channel name, and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and all of those things that the YouTube community seems to add to their YouTube videos is I have 3 daughters and they all have unique city names. So that's why I named my channel City Girls Glam. Plus I thought it was a little catchy, and because I'm a new YouTuber, I've been watching YouTube for a really long time, especially makeup tutorials. I thought, you probably need something a little catchy, something that does relate to makeup, but also something that has meaning to me. So here I am, Jennifer, City Girls Glam. A little bit about me. This isn't a get to know me video because I didn't really want to make that my very first video. I wanted to kind of present you a product today, and I have an exciting product to present to you. So I am a full-time mom, student, and I work full-time. So I have 3 full-time jobs, and I feel that my career is very rewarding. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I actually haven't even been doing in-depth makeup for a really long time. I just really started getting into makeup when I moved over the last 2 years. So I used to work from home, so really there was no reason to put on a bunch of makeup and fix my hair and get myself ready to go. I would go from bed to office to kitchen to cook dinner to laundry room and then take care of my kids and then back to bed, and it would start all over again. So we all know makeup isn't cheap. And if you don't really need to put it on, there's really no reason to put it on. So today I have decided to do a product review, I guess if you want to call it that, on something that actually hasn't even come out yet. In fact, it wasn't out last night, it wasn't out this morning, and there are only a couple of videos out there on it right now. And I am talking about Kat Von D's new Shade and Light quad palettes. So when I was in Sephora last night, I was looking for a color corrector. I do have the Mask of Pregnancy, or the melasma, and I just recently switched foundations to the Marc Jacobs Remarkable, I think they call it Marc Jacobs Remarkable Concentrate. And I really like it. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I think that during the day, or when I first put it on in the morning, it looks really, really, really pale. But a lot of times when I go have a makeup or foundation matched to me, they match it to the side of my face, and that's a lot darker than my neck and the rest of my face. So to me, I would rather buy a foundation that's a little bit lighter so that it matches my neck, and then maybe warm my face up with some bronzer or a little bit darker powder, and then spray it with Fix Plus or the new Smashbox primer water, primer setter, setting water, setter water. I'll get it right. So I'm not here to talk to you about the foundations. I am here to talk to you about these new palettes from Kat Von D. So logistics first. So these are a quad palette. They have 4 colors in them. They have a base, a contour, a highlight, and right in front of me, a define. So I will show them to you in just a moment. There, like I said, there's 4 of them. There's a sage, and then there's a plum, and then she has 2 other ones, and I'm not really sure what the names of them are. I should have looked and then wrote them down. But the other 2 that I actually did not pick up are very similar to one of the quad palettes that are in her Shade and Light eye palette, and then the other one's just a typical smoky eye. So the price of these palettes is $26, and you do, like I said, only get the 4 shades. But if you're looking at her other palette that she just released, I think maybe Christmas last year, I don't really remember when I purchased this, but this one retails for $46, and this one actually, if you haven't seen it before, it is 3 sets of quads. So, and it's an all matte palette, and they are all neutral browns, obviously, with some, you know, highlighting shades in here that you can use. I do use these two shades quite a bit. I'm sure I'll hit pan on those first. I kind of have to hoard them because I don't believe that any of these are in singles. So when these are gone, I'll have to try to find another dupe because the other colors I'm not using quite as much of. I mean, every single palette nowadays comes with this matte black in it. So it's more of a convenience factor to have the matte black in the actual palette that you're working with, especially when they're larger palettes. But anyway, so this one retails for $46. But if you were to purchase the quads, each of them being $26 plus tax, and you're looking at $75 just to buy 3 of these. So I picked the 2 that, you know, intrigued me the most, and the ones that I didn't think that I had anything else in my collection. I have a ton of makeup in my collection. So I've been gathering makeup for quite a while, only because I knew that I wanted to eventually start a YouTube channel, and I wanted to have kind of a good variety of looks to provide and reviews to do. I guess once something's out for a while, reviews are sort of, you know, bygones. Everybody's done a review at one point, but, you know, just to be able to get the palette out and create some new looks and provide some ideas for people. So let's talk about the palette. So the first one is the Plum, and it is actually really pretty. This packaging, they sort of look like little coffins. They are plastic. They're a little bit bulky, but I do like them because you can slip them down in the pocket of a purse. I don't usually touch my eyeshadow up during the day. This is my eyeshadow from 5:30 this morning, and I actually did use the Sage palette today. So I usually touch up my powder, maybe my blush, and my lipstick, of course, but normally I don't touch up my eyes. If you are traveling, this would probably be a really good palette to bring along with you if you aren't going to be gone for a really long time. Probably need to throw a matte black in there, only because these palettes, they don't actually have it, contrary to what I just said. So the other con, I suppose, to this is the lid. It doesn't open up very far. I mean, I'm going to flash the mirror here. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. I might have to edit that out. Anyway, so here is the actual palette, and you have your base color here, your define color here, your contour color here, and then your highlight here. So what I've noticed is these do kick up a lot of product. I did use these today, and the brushes that I used were, I think I have Morphe brush, a Coastal Scents brush. So I do have a few different types of brushes that I use, and when I do film a tutorial, I will show you what brushes I'm using. I did just recently put in an order for a couple of the Artiste brushes, and I did purchase the Kaylin Oh Wow foundation brush from Amazon, and that came a couple days ago, and I do like it, but the jury's still out. I'm not quite sure if it's the foundation that I'm using or if it's the brush itself. So I'm going to keep working with it to see if I can actually get the hang of it and make it look that airbrushed look that everybody says they're supposed to. But I hear that the eye brushes are just absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to get those and try them out. So anyway, back to the palettes. So we'll do a couple swatches here. I'm going to just swatch a few of them on my fingers. And like I said, they're really, really buttery, and they do kick up some product. So if you are going to run your finger across them, I would be really careful. I did gouge the Plum one while I was practicing this video. I have probably re-recorded, I don't know, 10 or 15 times tonight. So anyway, let's look at the, so on this finger here, this is the base. This is the green. I have a lot of lines in my fingers. That's not the product. Those are the fingerprint lines in my fingers. So your define, your contour, and your highlight. And this highlight is really pretty. It is actually a pretty bold, bright highlight. And again, these are all matte shades. So I'll just put them across my hand here. You're not going to be able to see too terribly much the highlight. Well, I guess it's okay on there. So like I said, I am wearing these today. I feel like a lot of eyeshadows or a lot of looks I do, unless I'm using a really super bold color like purples or plums, golds or silvers, they all tend to turn brown, or at least I think they look brown. Now today when I went in to pick up the second palette, the Plum Palette, the lady at Sephora, who does wait on me a lot because I spend an obscene amount of money at Sephora, she actually asked me if I was wearing the Sage. So we did the, let's go back to the product review, shall we? Okay, so when I was in the middle of taping probably 6 times ago, I smudged this really hard. So if you will see in there, you can kind of see where I made a really big smudge mark. But these are really pretty. And I think that this, gotta look again. Define. The Define does look like a couple of colors in the Lorac, the big Lorac palette, one of the first ones they came out with like 2 years ago. So anyway, let's swatch these. So I'm going to swatch this one, and I'm not going to press very hard, especially on that light one that they have as the base. So anyway, here are the colors. So here is the base. If I can get it in a good spot so you can see the base, the Define, the contour, and the highlight. So those are really, they are pretty, and I actually can't wait to put these on tomorrow. They're kind of awkward the way my hand is set up. So there are those. So now I will show you her Shade and Light palette so you can kind of get an idea of what the other ones look like. I think I already showed this. Anyway, so the palette, one of the palettes that I didn't buy, which was not the Smoky Eye, is going to look a lot like this. The color scheme in here is very, very similar to the third palette that she has out. All right, so now you've seen the 2 palettes that I purchased, and I purchased them with my own money, and the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette, and a little bit about me, and a ton of extra stuff. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I cannot commit to when I'm going to put my next video up, but I really am excited about doing this. So after I put my makeup on tomorrow, come home, cook dinner, do my homework, get my kids tucked into bed, maybe I'll come and do a tutorial with the colors in the Plum Palette. So if you have any ideas or anything that you would like to see, you know, put it in the comment lines, and, you know, be kind. This is my first video, and I'm really looking forward to putting out a lot of really interesting information and some unique looks, a couple of other little things. If you want to ask about my hair, you know what, I'm not going to talk about my hair right now. We will talk about my hair in another video, and then I will link some information down below. But my necklace, my mother makes jewelry, so this is a necklace that she made for me. Wear the jewelry that my mom makes like almost every day. So anyway, again, my name is Jennifer. I'm getting ready to sign out here. If you like it, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and tell people to subscribe. It is always really difficult to kind of get something started and be the new kid on the block. So I will be back with another tutorial or product review. I do have the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette as well. So if you're interested in anything on that one, let me know. I do have, I'll list the other things that I have. The Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I have some, oh, I have the, I have Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette, and I have the Vice 4 palette. So if any of those you would like to see a tutorial on, or maybe even a review, like I said, comment down below, and stay tuned. I'll be back. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm talking to myself because I don't have any subscribers right now. So be the first subscriber, and I will chat at you later. Have a glamorous day, and make sure that you take care of each other. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Bye.